Hi, my name is Christy Valentine. I'm the Children's Librarian at Fountain Hills Library, part of the Maricopa County Library District. And today I'm going to show you how to make a paper bead bracelet. What we need is an old magazine that we no longer want, and we will tear out a page that has a lot of color in it that we can use for our bracelet. Once we tear out the page, we'll go ahead and square the page by cutting off the jagged edge. And then we will turn our piece of paper over. We will measure out the length of our bead, which we'll use 3/4 of an inch. I'll just mark it all the way down. This is really good math skills for our kids to know where 3/4 of an inch is. And then on the opposite side, we will go ahead and mark 1/2 of 3/4, which is 3/8. Mark it right there. And from that measurement, that point, we'll measure down 3/4 of an inch all the way to the end of the page. And the very end of the page. What we do next is draw the triangle strips by connecting the dots that we've made from top to bottom. All the way across our paper. Takes a little getting used to, but just line up your dots. It takes about 10 paper beads and 10 pony beads to make a bracelet. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enough to make a bracelet. So I will go ahead and set my ruler and pin aside, pick up a pair of scissors, and cut my paper beads. Cut them out. I don't need the end. And we just try and cut the best we can some very long and thin paper beads. Once we've cut out our beads, our paper, then we can roll them into beads. I have some pre-cut strips or triangles that I'm going to use for the rest of this program. So I'm going to set this aside. Here are my pre-cut strips. And now I'll need a skewer and some glue to make my paper beads. You can also use a straw if you like, if the skewer is too difficult to handle. Younger children, smaller children might want to use a straw. So the way that we do our beads is to lay the triangle that we cut out of the magazine with the pointy end up. And we put glue all the way down our triangle. At the base of the triangle, we'll begin wrapping the magazine strip around the skewer and continue to wrap until the whole triangle has been wrapped. You may have to add a little more glue as you go, which is fine. The colors from the picture begin to mesh and make a very colorful bead. Just like that. Now we have a paper bead. We can take that bead off of the skewer, put our skewer and our glue to the side, and we want to make our bead shiny. We also want to make it stronger, so we can use Mod Podge or just some good old clear nail polish, and we'll paint the bead all the way around. We'll give it just a second to dry while I clean up my space and get ready for the next step. Put the clear nail polish away, put my extra pieces of cut magazine strips away, pick up my pen, my ruler and skewer, and my scissors. I had mentioned before that we need 10 pony beads and 10 paper beads. I have one bead here and 9 others that I had made previously, plus my 10 pony beads. We are ready to strand our bracelet. I use the stretchy jewelry making string to make my bracelets. I just measure out a length that I know will fit around my wrist, cut it, put that aside, and stretch the string. Stretch it out a little bit. Once we have stretched out our string, we're ready to bead the strand. So what I like to do is tape one end of the strand down. That way I won't lose my beads as I bead the bracelet. So I'll take some masking tape tape one end down, just reinforce it a little bit here. And I'll begin beading my bracelet. I'll start with a red pony bead and then a paper bead. And just alternate the beads. This takes a little patience. but it's perfect for either a rainy, cold day outside or an extremely hot day outside. Something fun you can do inside. We're about halfway there. And just a little further. And one last paper bead. Now that I've got my strand beaded, I'll knot it off, take the tape off, take the ends of my stretchy band and knot it off. Oops, not quite. This is the hardest part, if you ask me. Oh, and I dropped it. I lost a couple of beads. We'll get them put back on real quick. All right. And make a good knot. Trim off the ends of the strand. And there you have your paper beaded bracelet. See what they look like on. I hope you learned something new and had some fun with me today. If you are looking for more craft ideas, things you can do at home, be sure to check out our e-media resources such as Overdrive, Libby, or Hoopla. Have a great day. Bye.